Welcome to Build in Motion, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We have had such a high demand and so many inquiries, both in person at car meets and here on this channel in our comments, asking us what steering wheel it is that we installed in our Grand Sport right here. So we actually partnered up with the manufacturer, and for the very first time, we can offer you this steering wheel directly on our website at buildinmotion.com. Full carbon steering wheel for less than $500. And also we're going to install red rev match shifters. Go.
So what you're saying is I should have hit the gym.
Look at that. Compare that with that. It's night and day. In today's episode, we're going to show you how to install this steering wheel, because it's really simple and there's just no point in wasting money paying somebody else to do the labor. So we're going to show you how to install it yourself, and we're going to show you how to get the steering wheel, full carbon steering wheel. Let me emphasize that this is a full carbon steering wheel, not hydro dip or anything else. Full carbon steering wheel for less than $500. For pricing, simply go to buildinmotion.com, scroll down to the mod section, click on that, and you'll see the different selection of steering wheels we have and our current promotions. So here's how you get the steering wheel for less than $500. Hop on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or anywhere online for that matter. Sell your old steering wheel. You can easily get $100 to $200 for it. I believe I sold my Alcantara one for about $180. So you can come out like a bandit, sell your old steering wheel, use that money towards your new steering wheel, and you have a full carbon fiber steering wheel for just a couple $100, guys. That's unheard of. So support the channel, go to our website. If you do like the steering wheel, order it, we'll have it shipped out. It'll take us about 2 days or so to ship it out. As soon as it's shipped out, we'll send you a tracking number, and best of luck with the install. Oh, and by the way, we actually filmed this several months ago while we were still under the quarantine, and at the time barbershops were closed, and both Kevin and I, we had a fro going on, so make no judgments. Let's get on with the show. Thanks again for watching. Almost forgot, if anybody watching is looking for a steering wheel for a different model car, just send us a message or a comment down below, and we'll probably be able to find one for you, because our manufacturer makes steering wheels for just about every car out there. So if you're looking for a steering wheel other than for a C7, just let us know. We'll do our best to help. Tools required for this job: Torx T50, T25, and T20, a plastic pry tool, a breaker bar, and a 10mm socket. Make sure to get all these parts before the start of the job. Today we're here with my boy Kevin.
Hello.
We're going to teach you how to install the carbon fiber steering wheel in the C7 Corvette. So, Kev, you ready?
Ready.
First thing we need is to unplug the battery. We need a 10mm socket. All right, so first things first, got to unplug the battery. Battery's in the trunk of the car, right back under here. Pull this out. It looks like my tow hitch is missing. Okay, to unplug the battery, we just need to unplug the negative terminal. 10mm socket, like we said. Okay, so we did have to fight to pull the terminal off, but no big deal. Once it's off, make sure you wrap it so that it doesn't touch the battery and spark or anything. Always have a handy dandy retractable magnet, because you're gonna drop things, and we just did. There you go, Kev.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
We going fishing.
There's one. There's two.
Perfect. All right, you ready to take the wheel off?
Ready.
Okay, check it out. Here's how this goes. Real simple, just like the C6 install. So we've got a hole just like this on each side of the wheel. You can take any tool that'll fit, right? And just put it in right there. And you want to stay as horizontal as you can. Push it in and you'll hear it unclip. And what will happen is it'll pop the airbag out. You have to get the airbag out first. Which is a big part of the reason why we actually unplug the battery, because you don't want the airbag blowing up in your face.
That makes sense.
Okay, there you go. And then on this side, you can pull but you actually have to feel it latch. It'll hit a metal clip. So what'll happen is you'll get one side unclipped, right? And then the other side will pop back in. So kind of got to do it simultaneously. There you go. Okay. I think you got it. Yep. Now just shimmy it out from the top down. Go, careful. I got all the wiring that I need. Okay, next step. Real simple. Do you see this? See that guy? Right there? That lever? Mm-hmm. That has to lift. And then the same one on the other side has to lift. Once both sides are lifted, the whole connector will unplug. It's the same with this one. That and that. So you got to do it with two tools.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Voila. And then the last thing to unplug, this wire has a connector in there. It's just a simple connector. You can just unplug it.
Oh, hey, look,
There
light
we go.
bulbs. So we'll get in through here. It's got just a little clip, pressure clip, right up top. So this little nub sticks out. Push that in, and it'll release it out of that little connector back there, right there.
Hey, man, am I teaching you or are you teaching me?
You're teaching me, I'm teaching them.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
There you have it. We got the airbag out, and this thing, don't need it, just toss it in the trash. Next step is going to be to get that bolt out, and that one I believe to be a 50. So let me go grab that and our breaker bar.
Hey, it fits.
It fits?
That'll do
It's
it.
like a glove?
Like a glove.
I never cease to amaze myself. Every project I ever work on, I always forget parts. Next, gotta go to Harbor Freight. I'm back with all the essentials. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, now that we have the right tools, gotta use a breaker bar because you do not want to. That guy. Use a lot of muscle. I mean muscle.
But what if I don't have those?
You don't have muscle?
No. I just want to get
The wheel. I'm strong enough with one hand.
So they put these on here for really good for a reason?
Ready, go.
So what you're saying is I should have hit the gym.
Before this? Yeah.
Like way
Like
before
a week
this.
ago?
Wait.
Okay. All right, let me put the camera down because I'm going to need 2 hands.
How about I film and you do this?
Okay.
All right, so we've switched places here because
Ready?
we're hoping his arm strength is going to be better than mine.
That ain't no joke.
I know. So it's not just me.
At least we can do it.
At least we can laugh at our weakness. It's great. Like I'm not even feeling a budge.
Really?
No.
What is happening? The problem is the steering wheel's moving.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here.
This is too...
Let's show the viewers. Look at that.
Hey, we moved it a little.
After all my possible strength, I got it to move about a half an inch. I really got to hit the weights over there more often.
Small victories, small victories.
That sounded really loud. I thought it was. You got it.
Some of our techs have seen that.
That's crazy. Look at that bad boy. Thing's a monster. Okay, well I think the important thing also is to make sure your wheels are as straight as possible. And it's not exactly straight right now. It's a little to the right. So Kevin's really afraid of removing the steering wheel because apparently he's busted a lip or his nose once.
The nose.
You broke your nose?
I didn't break it,
But you busted it pretty bad.
but it was bloody.
What happened?
65 Mustang, and was rocking the steering wheel off, got the nut out just fine. And I was rocking it back and forth, and I was like, oh, okay, it'll come off nice and easy. Next thing I know, it sprung off, smacked me right in the nose, broke the skin right here on my nose. 2 stitches later, and like handful of blood, dude. I was good. Minor recovery.
Okay, so I guess I'm pulling this guy out.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
All right, here, hold the camera. All right, ready?
Ready.
1, 2.
Watch your nose. Oh, so nice.
Okay, so before doing that, apparently we have to unclip this guy. This guy's fine. Oh man, that was so dangerous.
You okay?
How's my nose?
Not bloody. You're good.
I mean, it's crooked from birth, but other than that,
Yeah, nothing's gonna save us in that. It's alright. Yeah.
and there she goes. Okay, one really important tip here. This is your clock spring. This actually rotates with the wires as you turn your steering wheel left and right. Make sure that this stays in the same position that it was in when you took your steering wheel out, because if this starts turning the wrong way, you're going to actually run out of slack in your cable that's in here to turn your wheel, and you'll be in a mess. So I know that mine was basically vertical, just like this, and I'm gonna leave it that way. So now I gotta gut that guy and transfer everything into the new guy. All right, Kev, next step is to get these torque screws from inside the wheel. Okay, so we made one unnecessary step. We actually removed, as you can see in the video here, the volume and the favorites buttons. We removed them from the actual frame that holds them to the steering wheel housing, which is unnecessary. It's a much easier job to keep them inside the frame so that they come out as one piece, as opposed to how we did it. You don't need to do this step. Instead, just once you've removed the trim, the silver trim, just remove these torque screws and the entire assembly with the buttons will come out, and you'll be in a much better place because you won't have all these extra steps and buttons to put back together. So in the next steps, when you notice the favorites and the volume buttons are missing, now you know why. All right, next step is to get this trim off the center of the wheel.
So I started with a plastic pry tool and just went in under here. There's some tabs and just loosened it a bit to give us a little leverage. There. Under here, kind of inconspicuous spots. And you can see it's loosening up there. And that's really all you need, is just a little bit of leverage.
And there's no screws or bolts or anything holding it down.
It's all just pressure pretty much. So those go around. And that's undone.
It seemed nearly impossible at first, but if you started at these corners with the tool and some leverage, it actually opens real easy. All right, next step to unclip the wiring. One done. Don't mind the camera in your way.
Yeah.
You can't see anything, but at least the viewers can.
Yeah, makes sense. It's all for them anyway.
Good job.
Cool. Trim off.
All right. So next, what are we doing here? Let's see.
We got
Pull that guy out.
clips here.
Easy peasy.
There. And just work our way around here. It looks like this is just kind of in there, and that'll come out pretty simply. Using plastic so I don't slice through any wires or anything. That's just shoved in there backwards. That way. It's got a flexible little housing around it. And the wiring just kind of is tucked in the back there. It looks like there's a zip tie here.
Yep, we do have a zip tie.
And the rest of it, same thing, we'll follow it along, and more just kind of tucked in the back, and then the right side harness to the paddle red match comes out like that too.
All right, next we're going to remove the paddles with a T25. One down, we'll sell that guy, and the second one's out.
I'm not going to drop any more screws, so I'm threading them into the ones we're replacing it to. So
Smart man.
Yep.
Okay, the last step is to get the wiring harness out, and it has a zip tie right there. We're going to carefully cut it. On second thought, we're not going to tear it. We're not going to cut it. We're just going to pull it out. It's also pressure fitted, that's what I noticed. There you go.
Little clip.
Yeah, it's just a clip, so the whole piece will just go right back into the new wheel. Perfect. All right, we're off to the races, you guys. We're done with the OEM steering wheel. All we need to do is grab the brand new steering wheel and transfer everything from the old to the new. Simply do everything in reverse, transfer everything back over. There's really no need for us to show all these extra steps. All right, we got the trim back on. Just had to carefully press it back into place. And time to take it into the car. Put the wheel back on. It is important to point out that the space right there is normal for the steering wheel. It's going to have a bigger space than OEM does, just because the carbon fiber material is a little thicker right down here. So don't press too hard on that to try to line it up, because you will crack the carbon fiber, and I'll show you an example. In the rest of the wheel will be pretty tight. Like, that's a good snug fit. Again, this is aftermarket, it's not OEM, so the fitment's not going to be precise. You know, it won't be a perfect 100% fit, but it will hold just fine. And I'll show you an example of what happens. Here's what happens if you press too hard. See these cracks? You'll crack the carbon, and returns. You'll crack the carbon, and returns will not be accepted if you do that. So do not apply too much pressure. Okay, so one tip: brush off your thread. Just so that bolt gets in nice and easy and doesn't have too much product between the threads. Flashes on. Yep. All right, here we go.
All right, so harnesses through the top. Clock spring back into the middle like it was.
Arrow is lined up with that indentation column. Perfect. Okay, hook up the wiring harness and done. Next. Okay. All right, a little bit of the thread locker.
Medium strength blue.
This stuff's it's like a gel type, so it's not gonna run down. Get all over your pants.
Yeah, that actually holds really well. I like that stuff.
Breaker bar. Okay, so we're setting our bar to 25 pounds. Sorry guys, we had to do that off camera because we needed to hold the wheel, but very simple. Just set your breaker bar to 25 pounds and torque it until you're done.
Now we're putting airbag back in. Plug her in.
Simple.
That one. And then these are color coded, purple to purple, pink to pink. Self-locking. And then push.
And she's in. Voila. That would be pretty funny if the airbag deploys once we put the battery in, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be sitting here when we do that.
No? Do you want a Rochambeau? Alright guys, Very last step, plug your battery back in and you'll be all done. Let's see if the airbag blows. 1, 2,
3. Nope.
Ooh, we're lucky. We did something right. Although I lost and I was supposed to be sitting there. There it is, all done. Look at that. That is exciting. Whew. That's nice, bro. All right, moment of truth. Am I about to get a whiplash?
I don't know, I'm gonna step out.
Okay. That was a little scary. But damn, that's nice. What? All right, let's test our buttons. Yep, that works. Up, down, everything works. What a beauty. Well, bro, what would you give this install as far as difficulty?
Not too difficult, really. A lot of little plastic pieces. Just got to be careful with them, and went pretty smoothly, honestly. Just make sure you got the right tools that we mentioned beforehand.
Yeah.
Breaker bar is super important, so make sure you have one of those. Size 10, size 50, 20 and a 15. Yeah, just make sure you have them all beforehand and you'll be good to go.
Yep. That looks badass. I'm super stoked about this new wheel. It looks killer. Look at that. That's awesome. And honestly, guys, yeah, it's thicker and it just feels so much better. It feels like, I don't know what it is about having a thicker wheel, but it looks amazing and it feels good. And something tells me my car is going to be faster too. Yep, I think so. I mean, really though, look at that. Compare that with that. It's night and day. Night and day. Love it. So at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that I'm going to show you how to get a pure carbon fiber wheel for under 500 bucks. So here's the trick. Go to our website, go to buildinmotion.com. You can buy one of these wheels. They're going to be drop shipped directly from the manufacturer to your house. Okay. Other places sell these wheels for, I've seen them for 800, 900, 1,000. Some places custom make them and they take several months to complete, and they're $1,200, $1,300 wheels. I'm not lying. I'm not making up these numbers. Look it up yourself. Do your research. Buy this wheel. Take your old wheel. This guy, I did the research. I can probably sell it for 150, 200 bucks. So a little bit of labor. Sell this guy for $150. I have a pure carbon fiber wheel for $350 out the door once it's all done. Look at that. And if you want to save some more money, we also have hydro dipped wheels, which are basically the same look, but they're a carbon film that's wrapped around the wheel instead of pure carbon fiber. So you got several options for you. Go to the website, buildinmotion.com, order your wheel. We'll get it drop shipped to your house, and enjoy the install.